Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or if this is the first video of mine you are seeing, then welcome. Okay, it's October, so I'm going to film my everyday makeup drawer video for the month. We're going to start with a recap. As always, there'll be timestamps for you below in case you want to skip around. So we're first going to start here. This is just where I keep like my primers and my brow products. The first one here, this is the Smashbox, the original photo finish primer. This one was sent to me in PR, and I had placed this in here for the last month because I really wanted to test it out and get my final thoughts on it, and I really do love it. I actually do see a difference that it makes for like the pores on like my nose, especially, I should say especially my nose. I was about to say for my whole face, but really that's where I have the most problem pores, and I notice a difference with this. So I've really been enjoying this, but I am going to be taking it out for this month. Okay, the other product that I have in here is this Laura Geller brow pencil. I don't believe I am ever going to be able to use this up. It just keeps going and going and going and going. This is how much I have left, and at this point, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to finish this. If you really want a long-lasting brow pencil, then this might be the one for you, because I wish I had kept track of how many times I've actually used this, because it has to be a lot of uses. Now, the other side does have a gel. I don't like the gel side. I just feel like it doesn't really do anything to me, but the pencil's nice, but I am going to leave it in here, hoping I can get an empty this month, but I've been saying that for the past like 6 months. Okay, so over here I had some of my complexion products. We had the Patrick Ta foundation, which is good. Then here, I wanted to briefly mention these here. I did talk about these in a recent video that just went up, well, it went up Monday. The Cali Ray Hideaway Corrector and the NYX Pro Fix Stick Concealer. Now, I've mentioned many times that the Cali Ray Corrector is my favorite of all time, so that's no secret here, but this product right here, I absolutely love this. This is so beautiful on the under eyes, and I've been using it as foundation, so I really got a lot of use out of this, so I just wanted to give it a quick little shout out here because it's such a good product. But I do have to rotate my concealers and correctors around, so I will be taking it out for this month. Okay, then I had two powders in here. The first one that I had is from Cali Ray. This is their Magic Hour setting powder in the shade Dawn. This is so good. This has quickly become one of my most favorite loose setting powders ever. I don't want to take this out of here, but I do have to rotate my powders around as well, so I will be taking this one out, but I love this so very much. It's just quickly become a favorite. Love it. I hate to remove it. I really do. I want to keep using it, but no. Got some other powders, so I'm going to be taking it out. Okay, the other powder that I have in here is from Say. This is the Slip Tint Undetectable Baked Setting Powder in Translucent Shade 1. I don't like this at all. It does absolutely nothing as far as being a setting powder. I don't know why they market it that way. It might be good for a finishing powder if you are someone that uses a finishing powder. I don't. I just find that that is an unnecessary step for my routine. I just want one good setting powder, and I don't want to have to rely on a finishing powder, so this just doesn't do anything for me. It was very, very glowy and cakey looking, and it just made my face still feel sticky. It didn't ever set anything down. I don't like it. I don't recommend it, really. I mean, everybody has different preferences, so this might be your favorite powder. If it is, I'm glad it works for you, but for me, it does nothing. So it is one that I'm just going to pass on. Hopefully it'll work for someone else, but I don't like this powder. Okay, then just in here, I keep all my mascaras and liners so they stay the same. Then over here I had some blushes and bronzers. Had the Tower 28 blush, their Super Dew, which is just a clear highlighter, the CL blush in shade Cozy, which is beautiful, one of the new Ilia blushes in Glimpse, also beautiful, Wet n Wild bronzer, and Ticket to Brazil, and then the Tarte Maneater Cheek and Plump Glow in the shade Buff. All of these are really good, but I'm going to be taking these all out. And then right here I just have a bunch of my lip products and stuff. The only ones I'm going to leave in here are my Tower 28 one-liners, because I like to have them in here every month, but the rest of these I'm going to take out. But I do want to give a special shout out to this product right here from CoverGirl. This is their Clean Fresh Yummy Blur Lipstick. This one was in Perfectly Blurry, and this was like the most beautiful tone, like an My Lips But Better shade for me. I just wanted to give this a quick shout out because it really is good. But all of these right here are going to be taken out, and I'm going to be picking some new products. And then just in this last drawer, I keep my Divina palettes here and then some eyeshadow sticks and stuff, so I just leave that stuff in there. So now that I've showed a little recap, let's move on to picking out new products. Okay, so the first thing I have are my brow products. I'm just going to pick this clear brow gel from Kosas. This is their air brow gel. This is one of my most favorite brow gels. Because I'm leaving the Laura Geller brow pencil in, I just want a clear brow gel to go along with it, so we're going to be including this one. And then right next to that, I have my primers here. There's two on the top that I have not used in a while. I have these two right here from CoverGirl. We have the Skin Enhancer Primer, the Plush Plump one, and then we have the Skin Enhancer Luminizer in Jelly Opal Glow. I usually just mix these two together, so I always include them just together. So I haven't used these in a while. I can't tell you the last time they were actually included in one of my everyday makeup drawer videos, so let's just use both of these. Okay, and then we have foundations right here, which is overflowing a little bit here. The one that I thought about that I wanted to use is this one right here from About Face. This is the Performer Foundation, and this one's in F2 Olive. This is one that has like a, I don't know if I can get it out. Okay. It has a wand applicator on it. I always remembered liking this, but I'm not sure the last time I included this in one of my everyday makeup drawers. So I just want to use it again to get some more thoughts on it to see if it's one that I still want to keep in my collection. So I'm going to pick this one for my foundation. And then right here we have my correctors and concealers. I know that for corrector I'm going to use this one again from Smashbox and Becca. This one's in the shade Fair Light. This is my oldest corrector and I have pretty big pan in it. I would love to be able to finish this one. Now I know I could not finish this in a month even if I used it every single day, but it's such a good one. It is one of my all-time favorites, and because it is the oldest, I would like to get some good use out of it, so we're going to include this one. Okay, so for concealer, I'm not exactly sure who I want to use. Should I use the Refy? Why don't we use this one from Say? Interestingly enough, we were just talking about the Slip Tint products. This one is the Slip Tint Concealer in the shade 1. I always remember liking the concealer. I'm hoping I'm remembering that correctly because it's probably been a while since I've used it, but the powder is a no-go for me. But let's give the concealer another chance here and see if I want to keep this one in my collection. Okay, and then back here we have my powders, and then my bronzers are in there, and then I have a few highlighters. That blue and green is a highlighter, and then that little product right there is a highlighter. So for powder, I want a pressed and a loose powder. I want to pick this one again so badly, but no. So, okay, how about for my loose? Let's pick this one. This is from Wet n Wild. This is their Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder, and this one's in the soft pink shade. This is definitely more of a pink powder than the Cali Ray one is, I believe. I feel like this one definitely has a lot more pink. Maybe I'm wrong. It might be, yeah, this one is definitely much more pink. But this setting powder in general from Wet n Wild is really good. I have the translucent one in there, and it really is a good setting powder. If you want a nice mattifying loose setting powder, this is a good one, and I feel like you get a lot of it in here. So we're going to use this one because I haven't used this particular shade in a while. And then for my pressed, I'm going to use this one right here from CoverGirl. This is the Clean Fresh Pressed Powder. Now this one is in Porcelain, I believe. Yes, so this one is like a skin tone shade. I have completely emptied the translucent version of one of these powders, which I much prefer a translucent powder really over a tinted pressed powder, but this is an excellent formula. I really do love these powders from CoverGirl, and I want to get some more use out of this one since I have completely emptied the translucent one. Okay, now for my bronzer, I think I'm going to use this one back here from Charlotte Tilbury. We have this huge giant bronzer here. This one is the Airbrush bronzer in the shade 1 Fair. This is a huge bronzer pan, and this is a beautiful tone. If you have a skin tone similar to mine, this one is just really pretty on the skin. I do love this one, and I want to get some more use out of it. It's hard to show you because this packaging is so reflective, but I'm going to include that one for my bronzer. Okay, so that's everything in this top drawer here, so we're going to move down to the lower drawer where I keep all of my lip products. Okay, so here are all of my lip products. I have recently gone through this, and okay, I know it does not look like it, but I have decluttered some things from this drawer and kind of tidied it up a little bit and made it a little bit more neat. But first we have my lip liners that are right here. I'm just making this very easy on myself. I want to pick all of my Rare Beauty lip liners. I feel like I kind of use them here and there, but I want to take this opportunity to use them a little bit more this month alongside my Tower 28 ones. So I'm going to be picking all of them. These are all the shades that I have right here from Rare Beauty. So we have Fun, Lively, Gifted, Humble, Creative, and Worthy. So I think between these and my Tower 28 ones, I will have a really good selection of liners. So I'm going to be including all of these. Okay, and then right here in this container next to the lip liners, that's where I have, there are a few overflow lipsticks right there, but this is where I keep mostly like lip stains and liquid lipsticks. And there's one in here that I think would be absolutely perfect for the fall time, and it's this one right here on top from Milani. This is the Color Fetish Hydrating Lip Stain, and this one is in Bitten Berry. Now, I'm not going to swatch this one on my hand, but I'm hoping I can use this one in my look today. I'm not sure exactly what look I'm going to be creating. If it would focus for me, I can at least show you the shade on the wand, but it's a really beautiful, intense berry shade. It's very, very pretty. I like to apply it with a brush. Just using the applicator is a little bit too messy because there's a lot on that applicator. But I find that if you use a brush, which was recommended to me, I had someone tell me to try it out with a brush. That is way better if you use it like with an eyeshadow brush or something. It is much better that way. But it's a really pretty fall shade, so I'm going to be including this one. I would swatch it, but it's going to stain. So, I'll just leave it be, but it is a very pretty shade. Okay, I kind of moved the angle of the camera so you can see a little bit better. So these two containers right here are lip oils and lip balms, which is one of my most favorite categories of lip products. I like really comfy, hydrating lip products. So I want to pick maybe two from this section. Okay, I see one right quick right here. All right, let's pick this one since we're kind of on a Milani roll here. Let's pick this one from Milani. This is their Fruit Fetish Lip Oil in the Luminoso shade. I think this would be a really pretty, kind of, hopefully you can see that. My ring light's sitting right there, so I'm hoping you can kind of see that. It's a really pretty shade. I mean, on the lips it goes on probably more so clear, but it is really pretty, and it has some really pretty gold sparkle in it. Okay, and the next one I want to use is the one right behind that. This is one that I purchased but haven't really used but one time. This is the NYX Smushy Matte Lip Balm, and this one is in Swipe Sesh. I did not get enough use out of this one at all, and it's one that I want to see how I really like the formula. I'm going to squeeze some of it out. You can see, hopefully you can see the shade like that. It kind of looks messy when I do it like this. So maybe you can see the shade, but it's a really pretty shade, but I've only used it once, and I do remember liking it, but I want to get some more use out of it, and I feel like this will be a good opportunity for me to do so, so I'm going to be including this one from NYX. Also, I think the packaging is really cute. Okay, and then in this container right here we have lipsticks, and then this one are all of my lip glosses. So for lipsticks, there are some lipsticks from ColourPop that I love to bring out every time fall comes around because they are the perfect fall shades. They're like nude brown shades, so let me grab them. I'm not sure exactly where they are. I think I see them in the back here. Okay, it's these lipsticks here. Now, they do reflect pretty badly. These are some Luxe lipsticks. These were released in their 11/11 collection probably like a year or two ago, and they're very pretty. Let me swatch them for you. Okay, we have Digits, So Magnetic, Feeling Angelic, and Aligned. And look at these tones. They are the perfect fall tones if I've ever seen fall tones. They're all pretty shades of brown. They're very pretty and comfortable on the lips, so I'm going to be including all four of these for my lipsticks. And for my lip glosses, which would be right here, I know there's two from Fenty that I want to use, and they're right here. It's two shades of the Gloss Bombs, and we have Major Flex and Hot Chocolate Fantasy. Major Flex is the cute one that has the little smiley. I mean, I think that's some logo for a brand or a person. I'm not sure exactly. This was a limited edition one they did a while back, but I love the shade of this. It makes any lip combo look like a pretty cool tone shade, and it's so stunning. Like, it's just so pretty, and I want to get some more use out of it because I really do like the shade. And then the other one I felt like was a really pretty classic fall shade. So let's see. Yeah, that one is really pretty. That would be so pretty paired up with these lipsticks. And I do really like these gloss bombs from Fenty. I think they're really, really nice. So there we have a couple of options right here. And just for fun, since we are in October and, you know, orange Halloween, I want to include this from LA Colors. This is their orange scented lip gloss. This was part of their little cat collection they had back in like maybe the summer or so, or spring. And it's super cute. Now, it's just a clear, it just has an orange scent to it, but it just goes on clear on the lips. But it's orange, and I think it's just really cute just to include it. So I'm going to add this one in. You can find these at Dollar Tree. I don't know if this collection is still available, but that's where this one come from. Okay, so that is everything from this drawer. And just right quick, I'm going to mention this stuff here because my blush drawer is a mess. It's chaos. I've just been piling stuff on top, and I just want to talk about what blushes I've picked out right here. The first one we have is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Lip and Cheek Glow in Color of Passion. This is like a really beautiful berry, kind of really pretty berry tone blush. Let's swatch that. Well, I'll swatch it like right here so you can kind of see. It's like a really pretty warm brown berry tone almost, but it's very stunning. I think it'd be really pretty with these lipsticks too. Then I wanted to use one of the Dew blushes from Say. This one's in the shade Chili. I feel like this time of the year is very appropriate for this shade. Look how pretty that is. It's such a stunning shade. I feel like this is like a classic shade that's probably one of their more popular ones, but it is really, really beautiful. Then we have my two current favorites here, and we have the Danessa Myricks Lowlighter in the shade Unbothered. This one is so stunning. I just recently talked about this one in a video, and it is so pretty. It's more, I guess, supposed to be like a highlighter shade, but on me it's like the most pretty pinky peachy blush shade, so I am going to be including that one. And then the last blush is another one that I've really been loving, and this one's from Glossier. This is their Cloud Paint Plush Blush, and this one is in the shade Puff. It's so pretty. These are really nice from them. I'd like to have at least one or two more shades. Let me swatch this one. And there's a swatch of the shade Puff. It's really light in a swatch, but it's more pigmented on the cheeks. But there we have all my lip products and then some of the blush products. So I think they all go pretty well with each other. So I like all of these. And as far as my eyeshadow palettes and stuff, I'm still working out of my fall eyeshadow palette basket. I do have a video here on my channel where I'm showing all of the palettes I picked out for the fall time. I'm still working on those, so that's the only ones I'm going to be focusing on. So now let's put all these products back into my acrylic drawers. Okay, so we're going to start with some prep steps first here, but I do want to mention these because I get asked about my nails all the time, and aren't these the cutest? These are from Impress, which that's the line that all my press-ons come from. I just find theirs to be the best ones for what I'm looking for. These are Party Startled, not Started, Startled, because these are part of their Halloween line. I always have them listed and linked in my description, but I wanted to mention that right quick because I do get asked a lot about the nails. So now on to the prep steps. I'm first going to start out with both of these from CoverGirl, the Plush Plump Primer and the Luminizer in Jelly Opal Glow. I just like to mix the two of these together. The Plush Plump Primer to me is kind of like a more hydrating type of primer, and this Luminizer kind of reminds me of the Say one a little bit. I won't say they're exact dupes, but if you kind of like the idea of the Say one but wanted to pay less for the idea of that, then you might really like this one. I think they're nice primers, but I would not repurchase them. I don't think they're bad by any means, but I just have other primers that I like better. But they're very pretty on the skin. My skin's a little red, of course, from when I first rubbed them in, but they're very pretty on the skin. And then just for a little bit of lip prep, I'm going in with this LA Colors Orange Scented Lip Gloss. It's just a clear, so I thought it would be really nice for lip prep. I love the scent on this. It's like an orange popsicle. And that's available at Dollar Tree, by the way. I'm not sure if you can still purchase that collection or not. It was part of that cat collection they had over like the spring or the summer. I had a whole video here on my channel about that. So for my eyeshadow primer, I'm going to take my Tower 28 Serum Concealer in BH, which I don't know if you can see here. Look at all of that windowing in there. So I feel like I'm getting close to getting to the bottom of this concealer. It is one that I would absolutely repurchase. It is my favorite concealer. It's one of my favorite little multitaskers too because I like it as eye prep, concealer, and as a foundation. And then I'm going to go ahead and set that down with my Tower 28 Get Set Pressed Powder. This is the translucent one. This would probably be my favorite pressed powder. I have all these little, do you see these little pieces of hair sticking out? After I put this sweater on, they all started doing that. I don't know what's happening, but just look at that. What in the world? I guess their sweater had, what is it, like static in it or something? Not sure exactly what's going on there. So there is a Super Shock shadow from ColourPop that I want to use because I think it would be a really pretty fall tone, but I kind of want to pair that up with some neutrals. So I'm going to use my Natasha Denona Eye Sculpt palette. This is the soft version. So on a Sigma E54, I am going to start with the shade P2. And I'm going to run that into my crease. I just want some really pretty matte shades to pair up with this Super Shock shadow because it's such a pretty tone. I'll show it to you in just a second once I get these matte shades down first. And it kind of gives me an excuse to use this Natasha Denona palette again because I've really been enjoying it. Okay, and then I'm going to go into the shade Y1. And I'm just going to take that and blend around the edges of that shade I just placed down. Same brush, we're going to go into the shade N1. And I'm going to apply that out here on this outer half of my lid. Okay, I didn't pick up enough. Let me go back in. I went back in with more and I'm really pressing that into that crease area, like right where my little fold is here, if you can see, like right there, because I want to make sure it's really kind of mixing in with that P2 shade that I went in with first. Also, if anything gets out here, it's okay because I did do my eyes first today. So I can clean up any little mess I might make on the outer corner with my concealer and corrector and stuff. You know, I don't know if anyone ever follows along when I'm doing tutorials or anything like this, but I hope you always know that you never have to use the exact products that I'm using. These are just here in my collection, so I just want to get some good use out of them, but use whatever you have in your collection already. I'm sure you have some beautiful products that look exactly like these. These shades just blend so beautifully together. I'm just really happy I have this palette in my collection. It's really beautiful. Okay, I am going to go into the shade R1 using that same Sigma brush. I am going to go in with that Super Shot, but I want a little something right here first, like just a little bit of shadow down first. You don't have to though, you can go right in with the Super Shock, but I just wanted to put a little something here. Okay, and the Super Shock is called Moonwalk. Let me swatch this one for you right quick. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Put off focus. Come on now. How it kind of shifts from like a green to a brown. And there's that shade right there. I thought it was like the perfect fall shade. I'm going to take that on my finger and I'm going to go over where I just placed that light colored matte shade here. So you didn't have to go into that matte shade, like a lighter color if you didn't want to. You could have just put the Super Shot there, but I just wanted a little bit of a base there. Look how pretty that is. It's so pretty. It's definitely very fall-like with that green-ish shift to it. Okay, I'm going to go in with my Smashbox and Becca Under Eye corrector. I'm just scooping some out with the other side of this brush so I can make sure I get them out because it's hard to get in there with these little bit longer nails. And if you can kind of see there, I hit side pan. Is it focused on it? I hit side pan. This is a really good corrector. It's one of my favorites, and I've had it in my collection for a very long time, and it still is going very strong. And then I'm going to take my Say Lip Tint Concealer in the shade 1. And just do 2 little dots like that. And just press that in with my finger. Okay, I'm going to go back into P2, and we're just going to run that along my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go into the shade C1, and we're going to pop that on that inner corner. It would be much more vibrant with your finger, but I don't know if I can really get in there with these nails, so I'm just trying to build it up slowly with the brush. Okay, I am going to take the shade N3 on an angled brush, and I'm going to apply that on my lash line as a little bit of liner. I'm going to do that right quick and do my mascara off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so just for mascara on the lower lashes, I'm wearing this one from Wet n Wild. This is their Bad Example mascara, and this one is in the shade Black Hearted. It's a green, but you really can't tell it's that green unless you're really up close. And then on the upper lashes, I'm wearing the Makeup by Mario Master Mascara, which, have you seen his new Ethereal Eyes palette? I think it's Ethereal Eyes Nature. I want that palette. It's so pretty. Honestly, the look I created today looks like a look you probably could create with that palette, but it's so pretty, and I have his other Ethereal Eyes palette, so I definitely want this one too. At the time I'm filming this, I believe it is for maybe early access tomorrow on the 30th, because I'm still filming this in September technically here. So by the time you're seeing this video, it would have already released, but I'm hoping to pick it up and I will be doing a review on it. So for my foundation, I have the About Face Performer Foundation in F2 Olive. I'm just going to apply a little bit of that. I don't want too much. It might be a little bit too deep for me, so I don't want to apply a lot. Because normally in the past when I'd wear this, it would be when I had like a tinted sunscreen on my neck. I'm not wearing anything on my neck, especially because this sweater goes up a little bit higher. But I always did really love this foundation. It always looks so beautiful on the skin. I just wasn't sure about the shade, so I just wanted to apply a little bit, just a little small amount. Okay, so for my powders, I have 2 here from Wet n Wild, and then the pressed one's CoverGirl. So, okay, this one is pink. I'm gonna try something. I might regret that. I'm gonna take this Rare Beauty fluffy powder brush, and I'm gonna dip into the powder. I'm gonna tap off the excess, and I'm gonna try something. It might be too pink, but it's okay. Gosh, these earrings. They're very pretty, but they get in the way. I'm gonna see. That is bugging me. Let me take these out. That clanking sound. Okay, did it make my face look too pink? I mean, I don't think so. I just wanted to see if I could wear it like this, like all over the face, the way I was doing the Cali Ray one, because the Cali Ray was not too pink. So I just wanted to see if this one worked. Probably shouldn't have gotten this pink powder from this brand, but I don't think it looks too pink. I mean, I don't think so. I don't know how to look on camera. My face is a little bit pink from how hot it is in this room, and then I'm wearing this sweater. But I don't think the powder actually, I don't know. I don't think it did. It's a good powder. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten the pink in this powder. I probably should have just kept the translucent. I wonder what would happen if I mixed the translucent with this. Would that make this lighter, like not so pink? I'm not sure. If you've done that, like with any pink and translucent loose powder, let me know. How'd that work out for you? I'm curious, because if it works, I would do that. But I don't think it made my face look pink. Of course, that is a more fluffier brush. Now, I'm going to go into this CoverGirl powder with that Rare Beauty concealer brush. And I'm going to press that right in here on this under eye area. And more so in this T-zone. Now this is a really good powder. I've completely used up the translucent version of this one, and it's such a good powder. It is one I would repurchase. I'm not going to repurchase the translucent right now until I finish this one off, like finish the skin tone version. But this one's good too. Okay, I'm going to go into my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer in One Fair. I'm going to take that on that same Rare Beauty brush. I love this brush because it's kind of more, It's fluffy, but it also has like a shape to it. Like it's more, a little bit going pointed, like a little bit to a slight point. It's just a good shape for powder in general. Really been enjoying it. I think this blush will be really pretty with this eye look. This is from Denona Myricks. This is her Low Lighter in Unbothered. And I'm going to take that on this burst brush and then apply it. This is such a pretty product. I hate that I waited this long to try it. I'm just so glad that I finally picked it up, that I had been putting it off, and I'm just so glad to have it in my collection now because it is very, very pretty. And even though it's kind of like a putty formula, it goes over the top of powder, like set foundation, really well. My face keeps turning really pink and really red. It's so hot in this room. The air is on, like the air condition is on, but this sweater is so hot. But I think it's so pretty, and I just wanted to wear something that made me feel cozy, but instead I feel like I'm being cooked. So my face keeps turning pink and red, and I hate that because it makes it look like it's the products doing it, but it's not. Okay, I'm gonna do my brows right quick with this Laura Geller brow pencil that is still going strong. I don't think at this point I am ever gonna finish this product. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like it's a bad product or anything. I'm just ready for it to be out of my collection because I just feel like it's been in my collection for like 2 years and it's still going. And I've focused on it plenty of times in these monthly makeup drawers, and it's still going. Okay, and now I'm going to use this Kosas Airbrow Gel. Okay, I think this particular lip gloss, like, because can you see? I don't know if you can or not, but this one has like little green shimmers in it. I don't think it's coming across on camera. I really don't think you can see it. I don't know. It has like little green sparkles in it, and I think it would be really pretty with the eye look. So first I'm going to go in with this Rare Beauty Kind Words Matte Lip Liner in Lively. I'm just going to line and fill in my lips with this. Okay. That's it by itself. It's a really pretty shade. And then we're going to place this Fenty gloss over the top. This one is in Hot Chocolate Fantasy. I want to say this was a limited edition shade, but I could be wrong. These smell so good. I love the way these smell. Okay, so here is this completed makeup look. Now that my face has finally stopped turning pink or red, I don't know why that happens every single time I wear a sweater in this room. I don't know if that light, that bright ring light, has anything to do with that, because once I'm away from that, it's fine. I don't know, but see, like, I feel like I'm turning pink again, even though I don't feel, I don't know. But I do like the makeup look. I really love the eye look. I think it's pretty. I like that Super Shock shade. I'm sure I had a shade like that already in my collection, but I just thought it was really pretty. I like the way it did have that slight shift. Now, I know for my indie brand lovers, that shift is nothing, and I'm aware of that, but I think it's pretty because it is subtle, and I do like the subtle, so I do like it, but I do like this makeup look. I do hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I hope you will please consider leaving a like, a comment, or subscribing if you haven't already. And make sure you hit the bell icon so you are alerted to all my future uploads, and follow me on Instagram at jessicadeerly. All of these products will be listed and linked for you below. They are affiliate links, so if you click through and purchase, I do earn a small commission. And if you choose to do so, thank you so much for supporting me and my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!